And welcome back to Talk to Me on Rogers TV, and here with co-hosts Kayla Thompson, Sweetie, and Clifton Joseph, and our guest for this segment, Marjorie Taylor, dedicated volunteer, retired professional. Marjorie is the chief behind Celebrity Men Who Cook, which is coming up on the 25th of March in Brampton. It's one of the signature fundraisers for United Achievers. Welcome to Talk to Me, Marjorie.
Thank you.
So, United Achievers, you know, as long as I've lived in the GTA, I have known about United Achievers. The organization is over 30 years old. When did you become a member of United Achievers, and why?
Well, I became a member in 1993, and I have, you know, been consistently a member. I've never left. So this is over 20 years.
What is it that made you become a member of the organization?
I like to give back, and I felt, and it was one of Black and Caribbean heritage,
Yes.
predominantly made up of the members were predominantly from the Caribbean, so it felt homey.
Yes.
At the time, too, I had moved to Brampton from the Toronto area. I was living in Thornhill, and I moved there in 1981. Of course, I had young kids. I was raising young kids, so as I had time, small bits of time, I would, you know, give some hours, and more as the kids were grown.
Marjorie, thanks for joining us here and Talk to Me. Wind back to that time, if you will, because a lot of people were moving to Brampton at that point in time, more Black folks especially. What was the scene like then, and how has it changed in terms of the population and the demographics of Brampton itself?
Well, I remember when I moved to Brampton, and my eldest son was 10, and I remember when he went to the elementary school, and I went to you know, teachers, you know, parent-teachers meeting, and you know, I was like, there were like maybe 5 people that were in the area that I lived in at Kennedy and Steeles. There were just few Blacks in that area, but now the population has multiplied tremendously, and we're much more diverse, and there are many more organizations. So I would say that you know, people are adjusting to the changes in the population. I have an outgoing personality, so I tend to get involved in activities in my community. So and many others are doing the same. You know, we have a lot of you know, prominent people of Black and Caribbean descent who live in Brampton, including
Denise Jones is one of them, apparently.
Yes, yeah. Denise Jones, and we have the new president of the JCA lives there, and the previous one. I think
you should be naming those.
Adoma.
Adoma and
I'm having a senior moment here.
That's okay.
There, I've forgotten the previous.
Barry Cope?
That's okay.
No, it was a female that was.
Yeah, but you're right, Katie.
Yes, so United Achievers focuses on diversity and
Yes.
cultural sensitivity. Why do you think it's important for organizations like United Achievers to have that diversity conversation? Why is it important, especially when it comes to the Black community?
Well, we all have to get along, so to speak, and you know, we're becoming more and more diverse, and the United Achievers Club have always been inviting and welcoming to anyone who shares its goals and objectives. So even though it was originally founded by peoples of Black and Caribbean descent, everyone is welcome. And as you know, in the Caribbean, we are well, I'm specifically from Jamaica, and it's out of many one people.
Yeah.
So you have people of different cultures. So that's something that I'm used to. It's nothing foreign to my nature or how we operate.
Right.
You use many of the events, though, that you do have, that the organization has, to help raise the profile and the consciousness of the Black and Caribbean community into the wider society. Talk to me a little bit about how you do this, like other events as well.
Well, one of the things we do, as I said, we welcome everybody, and everybody's, you know, anybody can become a member as long as they share our goals and objectives.
Right.
Right? And our goals and objectives is to help others in the community. And the reason why we focus a bit on Black and Caribbean communities because, well, we are immigrants here.
Right.
We want those who come into the country to feel welcome.
And to have the support.
Yes.
And of course, talk to us, if you will, about the scholarship program, because that's been something you've been doing for quite a while now,
Yes,
where you give out a number of hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years to students.
Yeah, the first scholarship was in 1985, and this year, in September 16th, as a matter of fact, we'll be holding our 33rd annual scholarship.
Longevity.
Yeah. And one of our guests who is coming up later, you know, you funded, and I do know of the support that United Achievers has given to a number of young people in the Peel region. But you guys also ventured out. I mean, there's cultural stuff that you do during Caribbean, but you also ventured out into the house owning, and there is a significant Mahogany Place.
Mahogany Place in 1991. We obtained funding to be a part of the non-profit housing, and so the property, the complex, which it consists of the apartment and some townhouses, that's run by members of the board. There's a company, that does some of the work, but they oversee the members of the board are members of the club.
That was a big, bold move at that time, though.
Yes, I think it was. I think it is because it's still standing, and I would say that it's run very well. One of the things that we ensured that to help, have people feel that it's a home and not just a house.
Right.
We have a coordinator, community coordinator, so we have programs, breakfast program, we have programs for seniors, and, activities so that people can feel that it's truly a home and not just an apartment building.
So is that the right way? Are you going to take it home, food, cook, men? How are we going to? Celebrity Men Who Cook is the next big event on March 25th.
Yes.
Well, talk to us about that.
Okay. Well, it's a premier fundraiser, and this year will be 20 years. There's a span of 22 years, but there was last year. Regrettably, we weren't able to have the event, but this year it will be 20 years. This is the 20th edition of it, and it will be on.
So tell us what the event is like. What happens there?
Okay.
Who are you celebrity chefs that you've had?
Well, we persuade men who cook, and I always say they are the stars of the event. I also know that there are celebrities. I know they're not Hollywood celebrities, but there are celebrities. So because they give of their time, they donate the food that they cook, and they also come and serve it to our guests. And that takes a tremendous amount of time and effort out of what is usually very busy lives of these folks.
So the venue, where is it?
It's going to be at Century Gardens, and that's 340 Budden in Brampton.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to? What kind of food are you looking forward to?
Well, the chefs have not sent in their, dishes as yet. But, we have a range of appetizers and soups and, well, usually we have a lot of chicken, in various iterations of jerk chicken.
And I know your 2015 winner, CG Catering, who everybody knows.
Yes.
And he's coming in on a veggie tip, so I'll be perfectly at home there.
Yes.
Marjorie, we want to thank you. Thank you. We want to thank
Thank you want to thank the Lord?
I want to thank you, Marjorie, so much for coming to talk with us on Talk to Me and best wishes with the event.
And what would like